Let's go.
Everyone, we welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Doncic out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Durant. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand. The biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Now here's Duncan. It's Brown on the wing. 5 on the clock. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. MP, no good. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the West. Durant. It's hauled in by MP. Now the East All-Stars with it. Goes up the baseline. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Love the flow and rhythm that George plays with. Very impressive. He's got a natural, comfortable cadence to his pace.
Now here's Leonard. To the paint, releases, and there's KD. That's good on the assist from Leonard.
Well, you can't expect lockdown D in the All-Star game, especially in the first half.
MP looking around, and then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Now, here's Doncic. A wide open look for Durant. It's 3 pointers off the mark. And here's Garland for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Garland feels comfortable from just about anywhere beyond the arc, including that short corner.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Obviously, they're trying to limit the damage Luka Doncic inflicts. That's at the front of his mind. He said, Luka is going to get his. We can't stop that, but we can't let him set up everyone else for easy ones. When the whole team gets involved, we're cooked. We're going to make him work for every assist out there. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And so here are the West All-Stars. Trailing by 4. Doncic with the bucket.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Here's George after Luka Doncic's bucket.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
And so here are the West All-Stars. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And MP throws it down.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. And here's KD for 3. That shot missing.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
MP against KD. Duncan, the pass to George. Back to MP. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's KD with the rebound. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the West All-Stars. 6-point game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic looking it over. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Doncic has got a couple of threes now in the first for the West All-Stars. Here's MP. The rebound by KD.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
No good from the wing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Back to MP. Pass to Embiid. Jokic with the steal. Durant, no good.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
For 3. Here's Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And at 250 lbs, Embiid is a terror inside, using that large frame to draw those fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
Clearly an MVP caliber talent now. Embiid continues to impress with his versatility on both ends. A man that big shouldn't be able to do the stuff that he does with the ball.
Curry's checked in for the West.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Here's Curry. Doncic right side. Outside, KD. Nailed from three-point land. Durant's got 5 now.
Great touch from KD. Great range, too.
MP inside. Durant's there. Outside, George. Good ball movement here by the East. Embiid with a screen on KD. And the dunk by MP.
MP doing a great job letting the play develop, making the defense pick their poison.
Curry with it. Pass to Durant. Off target with his 3.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
MP inside. Guarded by Curry. Yep, it counts.
Well, he's certainly seen his share of the ball tonight.
I would say maybe more than his fair share. I mean, he's not going to make too many friends out there if he's not willing to spread that sugar a little bit.
Now, here's Doncic. 8 points for him. And Jokic throws it down.
Quick reaction that time by Jokic. Very impressive. Good at rolling to the right spot after setting the screen and doing it quickly.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
That's serving it up on a platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Pass to Jokic. Garland against Curry. KD on the wing. Jokic sets the screen for KD. That shot is off.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Kept alive, Embiid. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Now, here's Doncic. Curry looking around. Jokic with his screen on Garland. Curry gets the bucket.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots.
MP dishes to Embiid. Good, and the assist goes to MP. 8 points for Joel Embiid.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Duncan with the block.
MP's playing like he has something to prove. Strong defense from the youngster.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Now, Doncic. Paul George missing from long range. Puts it up from 17. A putback, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 10.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
The West trails by 9. Doncic outside. Outside for Durant. And Durant can't get that one to fall.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
And here is Doncic after Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. Misses from close range.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so here are the West All-Stars. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. Curry way outside. No good again that time. The East leading by 14. And here's Duncan. 10 points for him. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Dan Adebayo's checked in for the East. Jalen Brunson comes in for Jaylen Brown. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Jokic. Anthony Davis comes in for Leonard. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Curry. Outside, Davis. Pass to Durant. Davis with a screen on George. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. KD's got his 3rd basket of the night. KD's gone 33% from deep tonight, 2 of 6. And he banks in the layup.
Well, MP sensed his opportunity and did not hold back on the drive.
Outside, KD. Back to Curry. This one for three. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Curry's got 6 points.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Duncan. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Edwards kicks to Curry. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good on the shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Wembanyama. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Curry, good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And so George will bring it up for the East All-Stars. 13-point lead. Duncan, the pass to George. George gets a screen from Duncan. That's good for George on the assist from Duncan. 7 points in the game.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
With 4 seconds on the clock, the shot, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And so it's the East All-Stars in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
Maxey out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Duncan. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
The West trails by 14. Outside Edwards. Shoots a fader. MP grabs the miss. Duncan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Maxey. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Duncan's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here's Curry. Wembanyama sets a screen for Curry. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
To the inside. And Davis sends it back.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Joel Embiid comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Brown in for Jalen Brunson. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the West. The West trails by 16. Inside, Durant. KD, so efficient in there.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
Brown outside. MP against Durant. MP kicks to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Embiid with the screen on Durant. MP, that's for 2. And another miss by the East.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Durant. Now, here's Maxey. George sets a screen for MP. And there's Paul George on the assist from Duncan. MP's got assist number 8 now on the night. Outside Edwards. Back to Curry. Jacks up a three. East grabs the miss. Duncan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Maxey. Second shot opportunity. Outside for George. Back to Duncan. Lets it go with a three. Trains the three-pointer. Duncan's got 18 points in the game.
The defense has to understand the scouting report on MP. He can make you pay from deep.
Edwards, a screen on Maxey. Here's Curry with the three. Duncan grabs the rebound. MP's got 11 rebounds in the game. And that one's good. Maxey. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
Finishing despite the contact on him. Serious toughness from Maxey there.
Curry passes to Edwards. Back to Curry. Will it go? Hits it from three-point range. He's got 13.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the East All-Stars?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And KD's got the ball here for the West. Down by 15. Edwards kicks to Curry. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Maxey.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Pass to Duncan. Embiid sets the pick for MP. Goes back up. And Embiid lays it in. And the East leads by 17.
The size and strength of Embiid, he is absolutely mammoth. Really hard to deal with. You may need a couple of guys to box him out.
Now, here's Jokic. Here's Curry. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. 16 points for Stephen Curry.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's Duncan. He's got 18. And finished off by Brown.
Love that play call by MP, finding a way to create for his team.
Now Curry. Jokic with the screen on Lillard. It's Curry outside. Curry! What else is new?
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Jokic. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Edwards. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Lillard. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Stephen Curry. Brown finds Duncan. Back to Brown. Duncan down low. Durant's there. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Lillard. And that's now 20 points for MP. Maxey against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Curry. The three-pointer off the mark. The East leading by 14. Here's Lillard. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Now here's Curry. He's got 21, and it's good, 2 points.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Pass to Embiid. No good. Good defense by Jokic. The West trails by 14. Jokic draws the double. over Maxey. And he can't bank that one in. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Just way too fast for him. Maxey, quick on the drive.
Maxey's gone 3 for 5 from the field. Pass to Durant for the 3. East grabs the miss.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
MP finds Embiid. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the East leads by 18.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Here's MP. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 22 points for MP.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Now here's Edwards. Nothing on the board. Jokic sets the screen for Curry. What a deep shot from Steph Curry.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Pass to Embiid. MP with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Good work inside by MP there, challenging the defense and forcing the foul.
The East All-Stars have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Banchero's checked in for Embiid. Jason Tatum comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Garland in for Maxey. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the West. Doncic comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Doncic. He's got 8. Curry outside. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the East. 15-point game. And Lillard kicks to Garland. Good ball movement here by the East. And stolen by Leonard. Doncic with it. Picked up by Banchero. Fast break. Doncic.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Duncan. Oh, it just pounded in. Pounded in.
Oh! How about that?
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Doncic. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. And he comes up with the deuce.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
The East leading by 13. The 3 from Tatum. Connects from 3-point range. Tatum's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Leonard. Still yet to score. Here's Doncic. Again, the West All-Stars.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
KD with it. Picked up by Banchero.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, getting rid of it in a hurry. Nice quick release that time.
On the wing, MP. Jokic defending. Duncan outside. Pass to Lillard. Back to Duncan. In the corner. Tatum with it. Shot clock at 5. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Doncic against Garland. Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Tatum. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here's Leonard. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so that brings the first half to a close.